Hey, Cross.
Ross.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton, and I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back for a very exciting comeback reaction that is going to be so lovely. And we will be reacting to the Queen's Red Velvet.
Yes, so Red Velvet is back today with a new release called Feel My Rhythm. You know us, we love Red Velvet. Major Reve loves in this YouTube channel household. So obviously we have watched all the teasers, been keeping an eye out beforehand. That being said, let us go! Oh wait, did I turn on subtitles?
So pretty.
Storybook! Literally.
It's so pretty.
Oh,
Why
those are like the
both?
wings. They're the
We
wings from the
Yeah.
teaser.
From Swan Lake. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
This piece too, they like took the sample.
Mm.
Oh, 사부를.
Oh dear. There is actually a big ball scene in Swan Lake. Oh? The sets, like the individual sets, are like stage sets rather than like music video sets. Like this, it's like
Yeah.
stage sets. Swans.
The way they're mixing in the sample with like the rest of the techno songs
Yeah.
and like the do in the background. Oh! Oh! 깜짝이야.
Nike!
It's us.
It was us!
Wow, we were in a Red Velvet music video.
Literally!
Mm.
They're so pretty.
The garden is very like words are failing me right now.
I love the way they've mixed it. Like, it's so pretty.
Cause it still has like, it's like when you hear the line come out more. Oh? 뭐야? Oh!
Oh, that's
Creepy.
their hands.
Oh? 뭐야? Oh, it's like right now. This section is creepy.
Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, modulation. It went up.
Mm.
And now it's back to the drawing. I love the scenes with all like the crazy like masked outfits.
Like the mask.
Stuff. It's very like the avant-garde.
Mm.
Wow.
Wow!
The bird sounds. Oh, 이거 뭐야? Oh, this is the whole storyline.
Because they're villains, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. as expected, obviously I loved it. Let's just jump into comments and I can tell you why. So first of all, let's just start with sort of the overall feeling of the choreography, which really ties into the song title, into the lyrics, like Feel My Rhythm. I just think it's very like soft and graceful, and that's because it really is sort of one continual flow. Like I talk about this a lot, if you're going to draw the feeling of the dance rather than having like sharp edges, this would sort of be like smooth curves up and down. And that's not to say that there aren't accents in it and that it's sort of just all at the same level, because there are accents and dynamics in it, but it's done within that like continuous flow, which honestly is more difficult because they're trying to emphasize movements without breaking the flow. A really good example of this is at the very beginning of the body roll on the Feel My Rhythm in the chorus, because there's like an accent that pushes more energy down from the first movement that then kind of evens out by the end of it, and it happens every single time. So you get this sort of like feeling, which also goes with sort of like the whole ballet like theme Swan Lake thing that we kept talking about. So talking about that a little bit more, as you can all expect, I'm very excited. Obviously there's no actual like ballet in here, but it is inspired by those sorts of movements. Specifically like from the teasers to the music video, it was very obvious that they were sort of pulling from Swan Lake, which is why they have the more like wing movements, and that like is very similar to the iconic arms of Swan Lake, which are like up, down, up, down. It's a back workout in case you were wondering.
Wow, did you do ballet and do Swan Lake?
I did.
How many times?
Many times. But there are other parts of this that are also, like, aside from just the arms, that they also do on that movement. They're just lower. There are other things that are obviously inspired by ballet. My favorite one, this is such a small thing, were their hands. Because their hands were so lovely. Because a lot of people, when you don't know ballet very well, will try to mimic it and your hands get very, like, sharp. But ballet hands are very, like, floated, and they're supposed to sort of send energy out. And their hands were like that in the dance. Like, when they would open their arms, their hands would be so lovely. And I was like, oh, that's so pretty, because the thing about ballet is it's all about lines, and when you have those sharp edges, it breaks the line and it sort of stops the energy there. And this really was all about lines in the way that ballet is, because from their arms to their leg movements, they are making a lot of extended motions. Even if it's not ballet, you can tell that it's inspired by that. Like, there's a lot of turns where their leg will drag behind them, or their arms will open and their body will follow, and it's just really lovely. But it's not just the dance that's inspired by ballet, it's also like the concept in the music video. Like I mentioned in the reaction, the sets remind me of stage sets rather than like music video sets. They look like something you would see in a ballet. Another thing about it, the masked dancers that Anna called avant-garde in the reaction actually remind me a lot of what you would see in a ballet as well, with like the villain or the evil characters, sort of those scary like bird mask costumes. So it all just fits very nicely. Even the storybook element reminded me of ballet, because a lot of times the way you teach ballet stories to young dancers is through storybooks, and they're all illustrated in that style where it's sort of like brush, like watercolor, very pretty. And so I was like, everything about this is just so lovely, and it suits them so well just because like they look like storybook characters originally. So I was a very, very satisfied ballerina. Also, it's Red Velvet, so I was happy anyway. I'll end my comments there. Anna's turn.
Hello, so it is time for my comments now, and as you might imagine, there's a lot to say. One of the first things I'm going to say, though, is something Peyton and I were talking about even before reacting to this because of the teaser. We were like, oh, they're sampling, obviously, a very famous classical piece, which is Bach's Air on the G-string, but they're doing Swan Lake. And for people who don't know, Swan Lake, all the music is composed by Tchaikovsky, so we were like, that's weird. But I think it kind of makes sense to not use the main Swan Lake, like Swan theme, considering the concept they were going for. It's like very elegant, like very sweet. I mean, like when they're in like the white swan vibes, it's brighter. And the swan theme is in a minor key, whereas the Bach piece is in a major key, which lends itself more easily to being manipulated into the kind of overall song that whoever wrote this, produced this, wanted. Anyways, that aside, that sample obviously is used as a common theme throughout this entire song, so even when it isn't present, like in the verses, it's not really present, it's still acting like a guideline outline for the sort of chord progressions that they're going to use so that there can be an overall cohesiveness in the overall song. Considering the concept Swan Lake, you definitely feel like the white versus black swan very strongly in this as well. So obviously, like in the chorus or in the very intro, it's more delicate, sweeter feeling, which is like your white swan. Whereas in the bridge, I think is the most obvious, like more black swan moment where you get it in the music video as well, but musically you're hearing like this crunchy feeling and it's like very minory and dissonance. I literally reacted like, ooh, it's like this. But in the verses, you're sort of getting that conflict between the two sides because the verses are more upbeat because this is still like a pop dance track. So you have their singing, very beautiful, but then you also have like all the percussion that's sort of chaotic percussion in my mind, like a lot of different layers of percussive lines that have different rhythms. So it creates this sort of chaotic effect, which in my opinion is the underlying conflict brewing under the surface. So even though it's like a brighter moment, there's still something lurking underneath, like hinting at, oh, something bad is gonna happen. One thing that I really appreciated though was in the chorus, like they still have all the other instruments like synths and perk lines making it more the dance pop track, but you hear the theme, the Bach theme, rise out more in those moments, and it's just so beautiful the way that they were able to mix it. We kept saying that during the reaction. The last thing that I'm going to say is like I really enjoy how they incorporated the more elegant classical theme in the bridge as well, because even though the first half of the bridge is kind of crunchy, the very beginning of the bridge is just these vocalizations, and those sustained notes are so beautiful. They do have a lot of sustained notes throughout this song, which give the similar effect of like the Bach piece that they're sampling from is originally just for one violin, so it gives like that similar feeling and effect. And I'm sorry I spoke a lot. I will end my comments now, but you're gonna still hear me speak because it is my turn to TLDR. So TLDR for this reaction is, first of all, congratulations to Red Velvet on yet another amazing comeback release. Feel My Rhythm is a wonderful combination of the pop dance vibes with a sample from a very famous classical music piece, taking inspiration for a concept from another famous classical ballet. So basically you could say this was tailored to the two of us to love and enjoy, and it really was. And we loved it. And we're excited
we were in it.
Oh
we
yeah.
were in it.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up everything, we also just want to say to the members who have COVID, we hope you rest well, get better. We hope that everyone else stays safe, and we will patiently await for when you can actually do promotions for this, and we really look forward to that time. But until then, get healthy. Rest is important. And that being said, if you also love Red Velvet and you loved this beautiful, elegant piece, Feel My Rhythm, and you want to talk with us more about it, come find us on our socials linked in the cards. And as always, if you enjoyed this reaction video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!